Hi, I'm Jeff Tucholsky, and I'm one of the deacons here at Shepherd's Heart. And I'm continuing my series summarizing the book Imagine Heaven by John Burke. In the previous segments, I tried to set the stage by talking about how and why this book was written, the validity and the consistency of near-death experiences, and I began to describe what these NDEs actually saw and reported. In the upcoming sessions, I'll be looking deeper and in more detail at what these near-death experiences and scriptures tell us about heaven. In the last segment, I outlined the core experiences of near-death experience and listed the common attributes that they describe. And today I'm going to start with this attribute. You will have a body. What NDEs describe is that they have a complete body. Arms, legs, torso, etc. And all of our senses. Vision, hearing, touch, and I think taste, although I'm not 100% sure about that one. And they are not limited by the same earthly constraints. It's like an upgrade. Your body and your senses are enhanced. You have no aches and pains, and ailments or disabilities are gone. And bodies that are missing limbs, like arms or legs, are whole again. The blind will see, the deaf will hear, and the physically disabled will move with ease. Sounds a lot like Jesus' miracles, doesn't it? It's like every miracle Jesus did all at one time. And you will feel more alive than you ever had before. It's like you are supercharged and forever young, better than when you are a teenager. And remember, Jesus did say that we should come to him like little children. Maybe that was more literal than we thought. Fears and anxieties fade away, and they're replaced by feelings of peace. In Romans 8:18, Paul writes, "Our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." Linking this further to Scripture, we find in Corinthians 5:2-3 these passages. "We grow weary in our bodies, and we long to put on our heavenly bodies like new clothes. For when we put on our heavenly bodies, we will not be spirits without bodies." So we get this picture of having a real body that still feels physical, that can sense things in this new dimension of life. Now, many who've had this experience describe a body that is translucent, filled with light, but it's still able to do all the things that they used to do, including touch, feel, and even hug, all with a heightened level of awareness. Jesus tells us in Matthew 13:4 that we will reflect God's glory in heaven. That verse is, "Then the righteous will shine like the sun." And of course, Jesus' body is described as the brightest. So we'll have this body with heightened senses and awareness. For example, our vision will be more than 20/20. It's been described with the ability to be telescopic. That is, the ability to see things at great distances very clearly, bringing them into sharp focus like a camera with a zoom lens. But they also to be able to see things up close very clearly, even more clearly than we can see them now with our earthly vision. Some also describe the ability to travel great distances, in literally the blink of an eye, just by thinking about where they want to go. And in communication, they say it's all telepathic. You hear the voice in your head and you respond in the same way. And many who have had near-death experiences report that time and space act much differently in this heavenly realm. Like I said earlier, some say they were able to travel great distances in a short period of time, and some even mentioning interstellar travel. So this suggests that we'd have an entire universe to explore, all the while being bathed in the light and love of God. But although we will be supercharged, so to speak, we will not have great egos. It seems that our self-centeredness diminishes if we accept the grace and the love of Jesus and remain humble in his presence and with all that we meet on the other side. However, this may not be true for all. Perhaps those who want to hang on to their own will, their desire to be self-defined and remain selfishly self-centered, well, they may end up somewhere else that's not so nice. But I don't want to end on that negative note. So let's recap. If we come to Jesus in faith and humility, we can expect to thrive in our new and better bodies and experience all the joys and wonders of heaven. So next time, we'll not only talk about this new body, but we will talk about whether we will be ourselves and whether we will be surrounded by those that we love who have passed before us. So until then, thanks for listening. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.